different. No, we believe in continuously doing what we're doing right and slowly adding to it over time. You guys are doing a really good job. You're showing up in a big way. So let's just get right into it this week. I had 2 people that had asked me to go first this week. So I'm going to honor that. Jonathan, we're going to have ladies go first. So Del Rey, you're going to go first this week. So Del Rey, what we're going to do is we're going to direct connect from Zillow. John will be Zillow. I'll be the client looking for a home in the Oakland area, 123 Main Street. You're going to run the play like you would with a client and have some fun with it. So Johnny boy, I know that you are driving, but do you have time to transfer the call to me?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. All right, Del Rey, you ready?
Yes.
All right, perfect. All right, so 3, 2, 1, let's roll.
All right, Del Rey, ring, ring.
Hello?
Hello, this is John from Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street in Oakland. Can I connect you?
Sure, go ahead.
Here you go. Ding.
Hello.
Hi, Elias. This is Del Rey. I'm a Zillow Premier Agent with EXP Realty. I understand you want to see 123 Main Street?
Yeah, hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. Would you like to see this home sometime today?
Yeah, geez, if you could do that on short notice, yeah, I'm available after 4 o'clock today.
After 4. Okay, perfect. I will reach out to the listing agent and try to schedule something at 4 o'clock or after.
Okay.
And I'll get back to you shortly.
Okay, cool. So just so I know, is it Del Rey or Del Rey?
It's Del Rey.
Del Rey. So Del Rey, in that part of Oakland for Maxwell Park, is it going to be super competitive for us?
It is a bit competitive right now, yes. So there's a lot of buyers making bids on homes. So yeah, things are generally going above list price. If people can, they're doing non-contingent offers or waiving some of the contingencies, and we can talk about that some more later.
So Del Rey, just so I understand, and I'll let you go. Why? Why is it so competitive?
There is a housing shortage, and yeah, so there's a lot of competition, a lot of people interested in the same homes. So yeah, it's very competitive right now.
Okay. All right, cool. So then what's next?
I will reach out to the listing agent and confirm this time with you. And yeah, I'll let you know when it's all set up.
Okay.
So I'll get back to you very shortly.
All right. Thanks, Del Rey.
Okay, thank you, Elias.
All right, cool. So we'll pause out of character. So so good stuff. So your intro is this is Del Rey. I'm a Zillow Premier Partner with EXP. I loved it. You asked right for the time, or you went right into the appointment time, excuse me. I want you to remove listing agent, right? What we are doing and what we are training everyone to do is remove us asking someone else, like having to say, well, I have to rely on the listing agent. Let me check with seller availability, what times are available today. If those times are available, what are some alternative times that may work for you? I think that you did a really good job. I felt comfortable with you. I would also say that when we're talking about the market, explaining like non-contingent or saying that early on might scare some people. So it sounds to me, Del Rey, that you have been doing some research on the market. That is a really good question. What I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare, and I'm going to make sure to provide all that information, all the data for you tomorrow or today once we meet at the property. But sounds like you've been doing your homework, and I love that. I'll make sure to educate you, inform you about what's going on today. So getting right back to them and letting them know clear next steps. I shouldn't feel like I'm getting off the call and don't know exactly what is happening right now. Del Rey, here's what I want you to do. Hang tight. I'm going to give you a call in about 10 minutes to confirm whether or not we have that time. Also, Del Rey, I want you to carve out about an extra hour. While you're out here in the Maxwell Park area, I'm going to line up about a few more properties we can go see that fit that same criteria to make the best use of your time while you're here. I'm not asking. This is what I'm going to do for you above and beyond because you landed in the right place with Del Rey. But overall, for your first time doing this call, good job. Johnny boy, I know that you're driving, my man. You want to chime in on this?
Yeah, totally. No, the intro was super solid. It was really, really smooth. And I think when you have like a confident, smooth intro like that, it sets a good tone for the call. So great job there. Remove listing agent completely. Elias covered that. And then, yeah, a question about the market. Generally speaking, everything you said was totally true. But if you think about in terms of, this call is to set an appointment. the things that you're saying could potentially scare someone away from, taking the step. They might have been on the, really on the fence about calling an agent in the first place to go see a property. And then if they, they're not prepared to go into battle, then they might just be over the whole thing. So just validating their questions so they know that they've been heard, but then really punting that response for, once you've had a chance to discuss with them what they're looking for a little bit more and build some rapport. So like I said, some kind of statement like, oh, it sounds like you've got a feel for the market, or that's a really good question. Every property is a little bit different. Once we have a chance to check it out, we can discuss what the market's doing. So just making sure you validate that you've heard the question and that you're not just trying to avoid it and move on. So, but overall, great job. Your tone's really smooth and confident. And you definitely sound like someone I would, be looking forward to meeting and working with.
Good stuff. John, you probably have the quietest car that I've ever heard anybody speak on the call. I don't know if it's a hybrid or what, but it's super quiet.
Yeah, it's electric, bro.
All right, so let's do this. We're going to go Jonathan, and then we are going to go to Martinique. So Jonathan, are you ready?
Yes, sir. Yep.
All right, big dog. Johnny boy, let's cue you. 3, 2, 1, let's roll.
All right, Jonathan, ring, ring.
Hello. Hi.
Hi there. This is John from Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street in Oakland. Can I connect you?
Yes, please.
All right, here you go. Ding.
Hello.
Hello, Elias.
Hi.
Hi, this is Jonathan with EXP Realty. We're a Zillow Premier partner here locally in Oakland. I see you're inquiring about 123 Main Street.
I am.
Awesome. When would you like to see it?
Today, if possible, after 4 o'clock, or tomorrow between 12 and 5.
Today after 4 o'clock. So maybe 4:30.
Yeah, if possible. Yeah, that would work for us.
Okay. 4:30 today, and then you said if not today, another time would be good for you. Is 4? You said what time tomorrow?
Between 12 and 5 tomorrow.
Between 12 and 5 tomorrow. Okay. Thank you for those 2 times. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to check seller availability. So if you can give me just like 30 minutes, I'm going to check with them and see if they can accommodate us from one of those times. But in the meantime, are you pretty familiar with the area?
I'm pretty familiar with Maxwell Park.
Oh, good. Because based on this home that we're looking at, there's a few others in the area that I think are worth checking out. So if you can carve out like an hour for tomorrow, after Main Street, then maybe I can see if they can pencil us in to see those as well.
Yeah, that sounds good, man.
Awesome. Okay, man. So if you could just give me like 30 minutes, then I'll just, check on seller availability and I'll get back to you confirm.
Very cool. Now, hey, Jonathan, I have a friend that recently moved to the Laurel District, and it's close to Maxwell Park. Is it going to be super competitive there? I just want to kind of get a sense of what we're up against right now.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's a very good question. It seems like you've been keeping your eye on the market. But let's do this. Let me do a little digging. Let me do a little more research on it and see what information I can come up with. And then we can dive into all that tomorrow when I see you at the property.
Okay, cool, man. Sounds really, really good. All right. So then I'll hear back from you within 30 minutes.
Yeah, for 30 minutes, and I'll touch bases with you back to you. Okay. Thank you now. All right.
Awesome. Really, really good job. We'll break character there. Jonathan, for your first time doing this call, great job.
Thank you.
But it shows, obviously, you've had tons and tons of experience in this game. I'm gonna highlight one thing that is great about your call. It's your tone, right? We talk about tonality all the time, right? And how big of a role that plays throughout the sales process and the communication process. Your tone is I just feel like super friendly approach with you. It doesn't sound, hi, thank you for calling. You've reached Zillow Premier Partner. My name's Elias Astuto with EXP. How can I assist you, right? It's kind of like, hey, what's up, bro? Nothing. Hi, how are you? It's such a warm, open, welcoming tone, man. Like that is something that is God-given, and you do a really, really good job. It sounds like you're pretty familiar with the market. I think you could have gone in a little bit different there. I loved your answer, but it almost felt like you were punting it. And so that is a really good question. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit more research on the area so I can have some definitive facts for you. We'll discuss that tomorrow, right? It almost felt like you were putting it off, but I think you bounced back really well. And eliminate the word maybe, right? There should be never a maybe in this. And I forgot where it was, but it was around the the talk about the market.
Yeah.
Eliminate maybe from that. Here's what you also did really, really well is that you set the tone for the homes that they're going to see. How well do you know the area? Well, I'm pretty familiar. Here's what we're going to do. I know of 3 other homes in the area that fit that same criteria. Let's go check those out while you're here. So carve out an extra hour. You didn't ask me, do you want to go see those?
Yeah.
This is going to be an experience with Jonathan. So man, textbook, really good job. Johnny boy, feedback from you.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job overall. And same thing, highlight for me was the tone. We talk about a lot on tone a lot on these calls because we have such a wide range and there's lots of different ways to do it as long as you're confident and you kind of know what works for you. When you said, I see you're interested in 123 Main Street, like we had, sometimes we want to deliver those as more of a statement and yours kind of had like a up questioning tone at the end, but it comes off as like you're asking the question because you're excited to go show them that property. Sometimes I think when you have that like questioning tone with that statement, it comes off as like a lack of confidence and you're unsure if this person wants to like go see this property with you. But for you, it sounded like you were super pumped to go show them that home. So your tone really is kind of like, enthusiastic, and I think would get a buyer excited too. And then all the other points Elias covered. Yeah, take out the maybe stuck out to me as well. I think it was when you were talking about going to see other homes. You're like, well, you're really good about how you said it, except you threw in the maybe, which made it sound like gave them an out. So instead of saying like, we'll pencil these homes in for tomorrow and we can go check them out after Main Street, you're like, maybe we can go see these after Main Street, and we want to captivate their attention. And when you deliver it as like, this is what we're going to do, your chances of them being on board are a little bit higher. But overall, great job, great tone, and obviously you know what you're doing.
Thank you.
You have to mute your computer. Okay, so one thing that I really loved that you said, Jonathan, was seems like you've been keeping your eye on the market. You have to mute, or you have to mute your computer. Yeah, your volume.
Slide over here.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yes,
okay.
Thank you.
Sorry, the echo, we're in the same room. So one thing that I found is very challenging for me, and when you're trying to book the appointment, which is the objective of these calls, when someone chimes in, when you're like on point to get the appointment and starts asking you about the market, it throws you off. And one thing that I have trouble with is trying to book the appointment, but still answering their questions about the market. And so I just really liked how you said, and I even wrote it down, seems like you've been keeping your eye on the market. How about we look at some homes, what time are you available? And so that makes them feel less defensive, and it opens up an opportunity, for them to learn more about the market because you're the expert. So I really like that.
Yeah. And one thing too, I was going to say on that, when we're talking about that question, I think is just pointing out to them, like I like to say, every property is a little bit different, or just something to give back to them that'll make them think about the fact that like it's really hard to know what's going to happen with each property. I was dealing with a client the other day, and they're like, do you think this is going to win it? And we had been going back and forth for a while, and I really just wanted to say, like, man, if I knew what price every home was going to sell for, I would have every single offer accepted. But obviously I didn't say that. But something to make them think about the fact that like there's a lot of variables, so you can't really just like tell them, but in a way that still keeps you established as an expert. So pointing out that every property is a little bit different and that you need to do a little more research, they might think about like, okay, you're right. Like, there's no way to know at this point what this home's going to sell for.
Totally. Good stuff. Hey, Jonathan, phenomenal job. Let's go over to Martinique. Martinique, are you ready?
Sure.
All right, so Johnny boy, let's go ahead and on 3, 2, 1, let's go ahead and connect the call.
All right, Martinique, ring, ring.
Hi, hey, I'm here. How are you?
I'm doing well. This is John from Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street. Can I connect you?
Yes, please. Perfect.
Okay, here you go. Ding.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Is this Elias?
It is.
Hi, this is Martinique Petty. I am a Zillow Premier Partner with EXP. How are you doing today?
Good.
Good. So I hear that you're interested in 123 Main Street, and I wanted to know if you were available later today to check it out.
Yeah, I could do that. Probably after 5 if possible.
After 5? Okay. Would any other times work out for you?
Tomorrow, same after 5 as well.
After 5? Okay, cool. So I will check with the seller on their availability for those times within the next like 30 minutes. And I will reach back out to you once I hear if the seller is available. Does that sound okay?
That's perfect. And then I want to ask, is this house going to sell for like 20% over? Because I don't know if we could swing that.
That's a great question. I can dig a little deeper and do some more research for that specific area. But yeah, things are, pretty competitive right now. So I hear, sounds like you are definitely into the real estate market and learning your information there. So I could definitely find out more for this specific area for you and give you that information later.
Okay. And then do I have to bring my pre-approval with me?
You do not. We do not need any pre-approval just yet. We're just checking this out, but have you started that process?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we can dig deeper into that, but for now we're just we're gonna check out the availability for the seller to see if we can go check out this. Also, since we're on that topic, I see a couple other homes in the area, and we'll be out. I was gonna ask if we can just check those out as well, so you can get an idea and a feel for the neighborhood.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll reach back out to you within the next 30 minutes or so, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Talk to you then.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. All right. So Martinique, good stuff. Love your tone, love your flow, love your energy. I try to slow my energy down to see if you could pick up on that on purpose, right? So I want you to stop asking, can we go check those out?
I know.
Okay, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
Why do I want you to eliminate?
Oh my goodness. All right.
Why do you think I want you to eliminate those statements?
Because we're going to go. So I need to just say that.
Correct. So this is more of an assumptive approach versus asking, because if that's okay with you, what if I say that's not okay with me?
Right.
Can we go check those out? Is that okay? No, it's not okay. I only want to see this one property, right? So it's like taking the command from the onset, right? Controlling the conversation and letting them know that this is going to be an experience with you. You have landed in the right place. But yeah, really good job. I think that obviously this is new for you, but I think that you are really, really, picking this up in a great way. And I think you come into coaching during the week. It's just been, super, super powerful the way that you're applying what we're learning. So Johnny boy, feedback from you.
Yeah, great job. I think that was your first call, and that was great. I mean, the biggest thing for me is just changing the tone to be a little more like assertive and assumptive, and eliminating that, asking for permission, because they called you because they want to go see this house. They need to go see this house.
Right.
So you're in a position where you can kind of take control a little bit. And
Okay.
in this job in general, like even farther down the road, when you've had a few deals under your belt, like being comfortable with a tone where you're taking control and guiding people through because you know what's best for them, will just make your life easier and will increase your chances of success. So really just, it's hard because from like a customer service standpoint, you want to be like gentle, but with this role, it is part of your responsibility to, be a little more assertive. So, but overall, I mean, your tone was still great. I think you can just make a little bit of adjustment to be a little bit more assertive while still being, nice and friendly.
So say we are going to check out these houses. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, somewhere between that and what you were saying, it would be perfect.
Got it.
Somewhere between, I don't give a shit about what you're saying and I really, really care. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Learning.
Yeah. So it's just like, here's what we're going to do. Like, this is next steps, right? You're a leader, you're a teacher, and you are out in front. This is where you remove amiable and say, I am going to be more of a director, even if that's outside of your personality. Yeah. That portion of it, next steps, here's what we're going to do, is what's super, super important here. So Martinique, really, really good stuff. I'm going to turn the mic over to Cynthia. And Cynthia, we're going to switch gears for a second here. Cynthia, I want you to do a follow-up call. You've booked 123 Main Street. You also found 2 other properties in the area that we're looking, and you're following up to confirm the appointment. Also tell me about the PED. So we're going to run it back. John looks like he's frozen right now. So we're just going to connect the call. So let's just go. Alex just connected you to me. And, oh, no, I'm sorry. You're calling me back. So hello.
I'm calling you back.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, is this Elias?
It is.
Hey, Elias, it's Cynthia, your Zillow Premier agent. I just
Hey.
wanted to give you a quick call and let you know I will be from 123 Main Street for us today at 4 p.m. And then also, I found a couple other homes that we can check out in the area. One's off market, one's getting ready to come on the market. So I've blocked out an hour of time for us to tour those properties as well. And then quick question for you. Who else is going to be joining us on our tour today?
It's just going to be me and my fiance.
Oh, right on. What's your fiance's name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Cool. Do you guys have that set yet?
No, not yet.
That's so exciting though. Oh my gosh, I remember the fun stress behind that. Okay, cool. And then Elias, what I'll do so that I have you and Jennifer's contact info is I'm going to shoot you a quick text. If you can just text me back with your email address, her email address, I'll get you guys over a property entry form. With the pandemic, we just need to sign a form stating that we have Corona and that we're going to be wearing our mask. And then also, just a heads up, Zillow is going to be sending you over a quick little survey. I always strive to exceed my clients' expectations. So if you could just take a couple minutes to fill that out, that'd be awesome. And then do you have any other questions before we meet today over at 123 Main Street?
No, I don't. I'm good.
Ron, awesome. Well, I'll see you and Jennifer over there then.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. See you then. Bye.
Awesome. Awesome. Really, really good job. So Cynthia, we talked about this the other day. It's this warm feeling when you talk, right? People I think people really like you. It's hard not to. It's your energy. It's really contagious, whether it's on the phone or it's in person. I fortunately had the opportunity to meet Cynthia today for my very first time, and it's the same energy I feel on the phone. It's the same energy when I see her in person. So I think that was really, really good. The part I'm going to have you button up on is the ask for the survey, right? It's, you always strive to make sure you're giving 5-star service to your clients. And if you feel like I've done so, make sure to share your experience with Zillow, right? So I liked it. It was just buttoning up a little bit and getting really fluid with the survey, but overall, really good follow-up call. Johnny Boy, how about
Yeah, I think with the survey, yeah, great job overall. The only polishing point I had was the survey. And bring up the service and the importance of that first before you bring up the survey. Like, you started with Zillow is going to send you a survey. I think it's better to say, hey, my goal is to meet or exceed your expectations. I hope I've been doing that so far. Then you can talk about the survey, because then that way you're kind of setting it up as why it's important. And then you're following up with the survey, rather than like when you bring about the survey first, then it's like, okay, what do I have to do? So just talking about the importance of good service and then the survey, like in that order.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
But really, really good stuff. I love it. I love the explanation. I love the flow. So let's do this. Let's head over to, let's see my second page here. Let's go to Janita. So Janita, you're gonna call me back. You've confirmed the appointment for 123 Main Street, and you've also secured the appointment for a couple of the locations as well, a couple of the properties as well. So let's go through it. So call me.
Did you call my name? Oh, did you say Janita?
Correct.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I have a 1 and 3 on here. Being loud. Okay. I'm ready.
All right. So you're calling me, confirming our appointment and following up and explaining the PED.
Okay. Hi, Elias. It's Janita. Follow up with you. Can you come back to me, Elias?
I'll come back to you. All right. Let's go with John. Hold on. For the first call. Go ahead and take yourself off mute.
Did you say Michelle?
Yeah. Are you ready?
I don't know.
All right. Cool. Perfect. Then if you don't know, then I'm throwing you in. Let's do it. So John, let's go ahead and connect Michelle. Is it Michelle or Michelle?
Michelle.
Michelle. I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Michelle. I'm sorry. So John, let's connect Michelle. Hi, this is Alex with Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street. Can you take the call?
Hi, yes, I can take the call. Thank you.
Okay, hello.
Hi, Elias. This is Michelle calling from EXP. I'm sorry, EXP I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Let me listen to a couple more.
Let's do it again. Let's run it back from the start. So you're not calling me. I called Zillow. I'm connecting with you. So Zillow Premier Partner, EXP, intro, and then the address. So think about this. And if you haven't seen the playbook, it's okay. We'll make sure that you see it. Appointment, location, motivation. So the same flow that you're hearing your team members do, that's the flow. So let's just run it back. Hello.
Hi, Elias. This is Mishan calling. This is Mishan. How are you doing? I'm with Zillow Premier Partner.
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I understand you want to see 123 Main Street.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think that property is beautiful.
That's great. It is. It's a wonderful property. When are you available to take a look at it?
I'd like to see it today, if possible, after 5 o'clock, or maybe tomorrow after 5 o'clock.
Okay, after 5 o'clock today or tomorrow, I'll get in touch with the seller and reach back out to you.
Okay.
Give me about an hour. I'm not sure where the seller is at the moment, but either way.
Cool. Sounds good. And then Mishan, excuse me. Is the property going to be super competitive? Because I don't think I can afford to go 20% over asking price. So is it going to be super competitive?
That's a good question. Each property is unique and it depends on the neighborhood and different aspects that it offers. So I would need to do a little bit of research and determine what the scenario may be for that particular property and neighborhood. And I can give you that information when I respond to you with the seller's availability.
Yep, sounds good. Awesome. So I'll hear back from you shortly?
Yes, you'll hear back from me in about an hour.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good.
And at that time, sorry, I went blank.
End it there. You're good. Just end it there.
All right, thank you. So I'll get back from you. I'll get back to you in about an hour. Thank you.
All right, cool. Let's all give Mishan a round of applause, a reaction, because she said, come back to me. We pushed her and she did a really, really good job. We always say in this environment, pressure creates diamonds. And so Mishan, for your very first time, really, really good job. You're going to work on your flow, work on your intro. You got to be able to explain, be able to say it to where I could just say it at any time. Hi, welcome, welcome home, right? It's like, oh, this is Mishan with Zillow Premier Partner, EXP Realty. How are you? I understand you're calling about 123 Main Street. So you'll get your flow down, but I'm glad that you still stayed in the game and that you didn't say, okay, just come back to me totally. And we pushed you. So really good job, John.
Yeah, for a first call, great job. And I think that on a lot of these calls, we can tell when some of the kind of getting tripped up is just because of the environment on this call. It's a little nerve wracking because what you were saying was all good. It just came across a little choppy and a little nervous. And you start sliding stuff in there. You don't need to say I don't know where the seller is right now, so it's gonna take me an hour. You can leave that out, but it's when you haven't practiced a bunch, then you start throwing stuff in like that because you're kind of reaching for words. But I think with practice and just a little more confidence, you're going to be really smooth. So just keep practicing. But great job and thanks for stepping up.
Thanks, guys.
And I think too, what happens as humans when we get nervous, we tend to use more words, right? And I think that's what happened. I don't know where the seller's at. I've never heard anybody say that, but that was the nerves getting the best of you, right? We do that. We do that as humans. We're well, yeah. And then, if it's what it means when there's an appraisal contingency, it means you start going and talking too much. So be cognizant of that and don't try to fill a void with more words.
Okay.
But good job overall. We're going to go over to Daniel Johnson. Daniel, are you there?
Yes, I am here. What's going on?
All right, brother. You ready for a first call?
I guess so, man. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
All right, John.
All right, Daniel, ring, ring.
Yeah, hello, this is Daniel.
Hey, Daniel, this is John with Zillow. I have Elias on the line. He'd like to see 123 Main Street in Oakland. Can I connect you?
Yep, I'm available.
All right, here you go. Ding.
Hi, hello.
Hi, this is Daniel Johnson with Fast Real Estate with EXP Realty. Is this Elias?
This is. What's up, man?
Hey, Elias, I see here that you were interested in 123 Main Street. I just wanted to give you a call. Did you have some time to take a look at that property today?
Yeah, I'd like to see it after 5 today.
Okay, perfect. And for some reason, if today at 5 doesn't work, Are there some other times tomorrow that work a little bit better for you?
Both times, both days after 5 would work.
Okay, sounds good. So this is what I'll do. I'll give the seller a call really quick, and I will get back to you in about 30 minutes to have a better time frame for you, so we can go take a look at that place.
Okay.
Yeah. In the meantime, I have a couple houses that we can take a look at. So while we're in the area, we can take another look at a few houses, so you can have a better understanding of what the market looks like. Does that sound fair to you?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, perfect. So Elias, do you have any other questions for me before I go?
Yeah, so really quick, is this house going to be competitive? Because I'm not in a position to pay 20% over, and I'm hearing that's what the norm is. Is it going to be 20% over for Maxwell Park?
So, that's a great question, Elias. This is what I'll do. So I'll do a little bit a little bit more digging into that area, and then I'll get back to you with more of a definitive answer tomorrow. But it sounds like you've been doing your research. That's really awesome. So I'll get back to you, and then we'll take a look at a few of those other houses, and then we'll go from there. Does that sound good?
Cool, Daniel. Well, I look forward to hearing from you.
All right, sounds good. Talk to you soon, Elias.
All right, cool. All right, man. Well, really good stuff, man. I want you to work on that intro, because a lot of agents make that mistake of saying, oh, I'm giving you a call, right? It's confusing to a consumer. You're like, wait, I called you, right? So it's answering the phone. And I would recommend some type of page break, meaning, hello, yeah, hi, it's Daniel, right? So, and then go into, I'm a Zillow Premier Partner with EXP. I understand you're calling about 123 Main Street, right? So having a little bit of pause through there. But yeah, man, I think that you did really good for your first call. I think the market question could have thrown you off, and you're even newer to this game, and you did good. But I think that was a good call for your first call, man. John, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, same thing. Great first call. Work on the intro. Fast real estate brokered by EXP just really is a mouthful, especially when we want the Zillow Premier Partner in there. So I think, I'm John Gomez with EXP Realty. We're a Zillow Premier Partner. You can really shorten it. And the main point to emphasize is the Zillow Premier Partner. So just tighten up the intro so it just comes off a little smoother. But overall, great job for just getting started.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate it.
All right, so we're going to go over to Jesse Painter. Jesse Painter, you're going to do a follow-up call for us, my man. So you're calling me, confirming the appointment that we set for 123 Main Street. Also, with some great news about some other properties we're going to go see. So call me.
Hey, this is Jesse with EXP Realty. Is this Elias?
It is.
Hey, how's it going? I just wanted to follow up on our appointment for 123 Main Street.
Okay.
Wanted to let you know the seller provided their availability, and we have the opening for 5 p.m. today.
Okay.
Also, just wanted to let you know, wanted to pencil in about an hour after. There's a couple of other homes in the area that are similar to this, and wanted to make the best use of our time so we can see those as well.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So let's carve out about an hour. We'll see 3 other homes that are pretty similar in this area. And are you familiar with this area at all? And have you been familiar with the market as well as the lending process?
So I don't know too much about the area. I just know it's going to be competitive. Maybe you can help me understand that.
Okay, perfect. Definitely. Yeah, let me gather some information. I'll go ahead and put that together so we can go over it during our tour.
Okay.
And where are you in the home buying process right now?
I just started.
Perfect. Excellent. And you're working with a lender at all?
No, not yet.
Excellent. Well, I have a lender we work with who's very helpful. I can put you in touch with them, and I can get your email and contact information so we can go ahead and get the ball rolling as far as lending. It is a competitive market, so we just want to make sure you're completely prepared when we go and take a look at these homes.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. And did you have any other questions before we go ahead and meet at the property at 5?
No.
Okay, perfect. Excellent. Well, I just want to thank you again for your time, and hopefully we'll see you soon at 5, and we'll have a couple of other homes available. I'll email you as well. And then if you have any other questions, feel free to call me or email me, and we'll get to it.
Okay. All right. So Jesse, I'm going to have you run this back because we're missing a huge component here. What is mandatory for us to see a property that we did not mention?
The PED form?
Correct. So let's run this back. And I want to tell you something. This is my advice for you, Jesse. I want there to be a sense of familiarity with who you are that's calling them, right? It almost sounds like you're calling as another stranger, which I've already had a conversation with you, even though that conversation was brief. I want you to assume a sense of familiarity, something like Cynthia has done, right? It's just like, hey, it's Cynthia, just getting back to you, got some good news, right? So it sounds very, very scripted on the back end, when the back end could be more so, this is my time to build more of the motivation, have a conversation with you. So let's run it back, but I want you to infuse the PED, and I want you to have a sense of more of like a familiarity. This is a follow-up call, right? You've already had a conversation with them. So I want you to try to shift your tone to make it feel more so like that. Call me.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Elias, how's it going? This is Jesse with EXP Realty. How you doing today?
I'm good.
Hey, just want to follow up with you. I know we talked about the property at 123 Main Street. Just want to let you know the seller's availability. They confirmed for 5 p.m. today.
Awesome.
Awesome. And just wanted to carve out another hour after so we could see some other homes in the area that have a similar type of structure and some of the same attributes as this property.
Okay.
Excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and send you the details on those homes. And then also just want to provide you some more information before we go ahead and see the home. We've got to sign the mandatory COVID safety disclosure form. So I'm just going to send that over to you. And it's just safety protocol to make sure you're wearing a mask and taking all safety measures into consideration when we see the home.
Okay.
Excellent. And then I'm going to go ahead and send that over to you along with the information on 3 other homes we're going to see in the area. And where are you in the home buying process at this time?
We're starting.
Okay, perfect. Are you working with a lender or do you have a financing available?
Not yet.
Excellent. So I'm just going to go ahead and send you over some information on a lender we work with in the area so you can get the ball rolling as far as the lending process, because it is a pretty competitive market at this time.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Were there any other questions before I circle back and provide you all the information?
No. So is this going to be competitive, Jesse? I know, I think I mentioned that before, but I just really want to know, like, is this going to be a super competitive environment?
That's a really good question. We are in a competitive market at this time, but each home has different attributes for the area that it's situated in. So let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and look at a couple of comparative homes in the area and gather the details, and then we can go over it during our appointment when I see you.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Elias. I look forward to seeing you, and I'll be in touch with you soon.
Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, so Jesse, good job, man. I think it was better the second time around. I feel when you're telling about the other homes, I'm unclear if that's a statement or if it's a question, right? So you're saying there's a couple other homes and you said something like structure, but then it was kind of like a cliffhanger, like, is he asking me a question or is he telling me a statement, right? I want you to be really clear with, here's what I've done for you. We've set up 123 Main Street. And also I was able to secure 125 and 126 Main Street. They're within a mile of that property. We're going to check those out as well to make the best use of your time. Here's what we're going to do next. When you said that, I felt like almost in limbo, and you did that on the first call. I thought it was going to change on the second call. So work on that. I would eliminate the lender question, and I would ask, if you're going to ask that, have you formed a relationship with the lender? Where are you at in the home buying process? I like that. But you have a lot of excellence as an adjective. The adjective excellent is great, but I think the way it's positioned in your word structure, sometimes it seems out of place.
Okay.
So be cognizant of when you're injecting this adjective and make sure that it's in the right places, because I felt like the adjective was out of place in some of the presentation. Johnny boy.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely, like, good job. Your tone changed. It was a little more familiar on the second time, but there is something about, and you did it a few times in the first call and then in the second call as well, where there's something about your tone where it is just kind of a cliffhanger. Like, you have to wait for the pause to go a little more, because you were like, it didn't really sound like a question, but there's something about the way you ended that sentence where, like, we're not sure if you're going to say something else or if you were supposed to talk. So there's just a lot of pauses in there that just don't feel natural. So I think either like deliver it in a way where it's like a more assertive statement, or it is like more of an open-ended question, because it just comes off as like a it just makes you stumble a little bit, or makes you stumble on the other end of the phone because you're not sure if it's your turn to talk or if you were done talking. And then with the where you're at in the home buying journey, the way you did it is, it sounds like you asked that question and they said they're just starting, and then rather than like expand on what they were saying, you just went straight into financing. We really want to avoid trying to sound like we're trying to qualify people if they're worth our time because they're pre-approved or not. I mean, I think that like when you get to the financing, like let it come a little more organically. And if you're going to ask where they're at in the home buying journey, ask follow-up questions to whatever it is they say, rather than just skip right to the next one. So, if someone says they're just getting started, I'd be like, oh, that's great. Like, where do you live now? Try to get some motivation and timing. Whereas like you got the answer and it seemed like regardless of what they said, your next question was going to be, do you have money or not? Because I think people might be nervous, they might have been hemming and hawing over calling a realtor for months and months and seeing a place because they're worried about financing. And if they get asked that question like that, I think could be discouraging from the process when they're still just trying to like do some discovery and learn more about what the market's like and what's out there. So, unless you get to it a little more organically, like just kind of skip the financing question altogether, because it comes off like kind of qualify if somebody's worth their time or not. And this is for everybody. Like, you be really careful about how you bring up the financing. And if you do, make it really clear that like you're bringing it up because it's in their best interest. Like, you said, want to make sure you have financing because it's really competitive out there. I would follow that statement up with, it's really competitive out there, and I would hate for you to fall in love with a home and then not have time to get the financing in order before the offer date. So if make sure that it's like, if you're going to tell them that why financing is important, bring it back so you're telling them why it's in their best interest. Otherwise, again, it kind of sounds like you're just kind of qualifying them to make sure they're worth your time. But thanks for stepping up, and definitely improvement in the first to the second call.
And I agree with John. So when you ask the question, so the M question, right? Where are you at in the home journey, in your home buying journey? The answer isn't just I'm looking to see if you're qualified. First off, let me ask you, Jesse, how long have I been looking in the market? Do you have that answer? We don't have that answer, right? Why am I looking? What is the motivation, right? What do I want to do? I'm tired of paying rent. I want to get back to my family, build security for my son. Who's going to be living in this home? Who's coming on tour with me, right? We didn't even understand. You didn't ask me who else is coming on tour with me. So we don't know. You're sending out a blind PED, and my wife is not on the PED. You don't even know if I have kids. You don't even know who's going to be living in the house.
Yeah.
So you asked that question, but it stopped, right? You went right into so just room for improvement for everyone, right?
Yeah.
And
build
I think
the motivation.
The home buying journey question, I think, and this is now, we're just talking about this for everybody, but if you're going to ask that question, you want to have a conversation that's going to allow you to come out of this call with some information that's going to help you when you're on site at the property. So if you learn a little bit about their motivation, like, oh, you're just getting started, like, cool, like, where do you live now? Oh, you're in a little condo and you've been stuck at home and you want some more space. Great. Now, if you're at a place and it has like a big backyard, you can paint that picture and kind of leverage those things that that they want to get them more excited about potentially living in making the move. So that question, where you're at in the home buying journey, the goal of that is to get you information that you can use down the road to really establish yourself as someone that can guide them through this process. So keep that in mind with follow-up questions.
And dude, we could have bonded, bro. We could have bonded because you just had a baby, right? You don't even know, like, who's going to be living in this home? Who's coming with you? Oh, I have a 2.5. Oh my God, I just had a newborn, and there's like that instant dad bond right there, man. So that's part of the motivation. But we're going to stop now. We're at our 45 minutes, but you guys, really, really good stuff today. Like I said, continue to show up, continue to do the hard work. Thank you for everyone today for getting uncomfortable, right? Mishan for stepping back up, Jonathan for doing great on your first job, first time, Daniel, everyone that participated today, really, really good stuff. I appreciate you guys. Love this. It's continuously getting better and better and better. And that's what it takes, you guys. We always say repetition is the mother of all skill. And we believe that. We run a West Coast offense. These are the plays that we run these over and over again. You guys will score. So thank you very much for your time, effort, and energy as always. And we'll see you guys next week.
Hey, Elias, can you drop that the address for the Fast House? I got to go get that T-shirt today.
Oh, what's the Fast House address?
I have no idea. It's on Watling.
DM Dewey right now on.
Hey, hold on. I can get it for you guys. One sec.
Thanks, Patrick.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. Okay, it's here, I'll put it in the chat. And then I'm also going to give you let's see, Eric Kang's number, because sometimes it's like it's a little hard to find. There you go. That's Eric Kang's number. So when you arrive, if you can't find it, just give him a call. He should be able to help you out.
Mom.